statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Well, we are still a few months away from the solar eclipse that we should be able to see right here in Arkansas, but the Museum of Discovery has lots of fun plans leading up to the big day. You can see they are well prepared for all of these fun activities. We're here with Stephen Lemp to talk about a vacuum chamber and how it relates to space. Stephen, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. So I know this is just one kind of fun example, things that people can learn more about as we prep for the eclipse.
Yeah, we are full on in eclipse mode for the next few months because we're very excited about it. It's a big event with a lot of science we can talk about, and it's something that everyone can get involved in.
Yeah.
So we have workshops for teachers leading up to the eclipse. We have an adult night this month that's Star Wars themed, getting the space in, all that good stuff.
Yes.
And then the weekend of the eclipse, we're doing extended hours every week, every day of the weekend. On the eclipse, we'll have extended hours. We're even going to close during the eclipse part so we can all go out and watch and then reopen, have people back in. So we're very excited.
Yeah.
And the eclipse just has a lot of cool stuff we could talk about, specifically related to the eclipse, but also just space and how cool and weird it is in general.
Yes.
So, like you said, I have brought a vacuum chamber today. So we're going to talk about what that means, the vacuum of space, right?
Okay.
You might have heard that before. So on Earth, we are constantly experiencing a lot of pressure from air. There's air all around us, but our bodies are very used to it. We don't feel it. It doesn't affect us. When you go out in space, astronauts, they have a lot of challenges. Radiation being one of them, oxygen.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, there's not all that air pressure pushing down on them.
Interesting.
And our bodies are not used to that.
No.
So some very interesting things happen. So we obviously can't create a vacuum exactly like space, but I can get pretty close with this thing called the vacuum chamber. So what this little guy does, when I turn this pump on, it's a little bit loud, it's going to suck out almost all of the air from this little chamber here. And we like to see what happens when there's not all that air pressure around these objects. So
Yes.
I got some marshmallows in here. Marshmallows have these air pockets inside of them. What do you think is going to happen to the marshmallows when I take the air pressure away?
Ooh, I feel like they're going to squish up into tiny little pieces.
Let's find out. All right.
Oh, the opposite happened. I was wrong.
So you've got, normally you have air pushing down, providing a lot of pressure. When there's no longer that air pressure, the air inside the marshmallows can expand.
Whoa.
And so they grow. However, if you suddenly add all that air pressure back in, your hypothesis is absolutely correct.
That is so cool.
They get squished up and they bounce around a little bit.
Look at these things. These are like the raisins of marshmallows there.
They still taste pretty good, quite honestly.
Yeah.
So one challenge there. Another challenge, we've got, if you're sending a shuttle up into space, you've obviously got air inside of the shuttle, and you need to make sure that your shuttle is nice and airtight,
Yeah.
so that it can contain that expanding air, right? So, or that air doesn't expand. So we're going to call this the Discovery 2, all right? There was a Discovery shuttle. This is the second one, since we're Museum Discovery. And we've got that air inside of our shuttle here. Now, unfortunately, I did not build our shuttle well. I do not have a NASA mind. So we are not going to be able to contain the air, and it's going to do similar to our marshmallows. It's going to expand.
Yes.
So we're going to see if my spaceship can hold up to it.
Okay, let's see.
Spoiler alert, I don't think it's going to be able to.
It's not going to. Wow, that is incredible. And this is just one of the many things, of course, you can check out at the Museum of Discovery leading up to the eclipse. Stephen, thank you for joining us today as we do these experiments. So make sure you check it out and check out the Museum of Discovery. We're going to be having them on as we lead up to the eclipse. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much.
Of course, and we'll see you very soon.
Absolutely.